fantastic show. Well done.
Thank
Congratulations on such an incredible show. I won't start with you, Sophia. I've never fallen in love with a character so quickly as I have with yours, because she sings, she fights, she defends the innocents, and she's got this amazing journey through her before we meet her. So how was it developing this amazing character?
The biggest joy, I think there's a lot of similarities that I personally have with Éile that I could bring to the character, and it was so nice to have like these two kind of parts to play, where she's a warrior and she's fierce and she's strong and she's really like quite hard and defensive and erratic, but then also so deeply sensitive and just loves really hard and strongly, and being able to like outpour that, I think, on the people that she meets along her journey, and do that through fighting and through singing was just so beautiful to play that tandem. So it was a joy. I really, really enjoyed it.
Amazing. And you got that instrument with the blades, which I was
the nickel harper.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah.
Amazing. And I like the fact that your characters are kind of polar opposites, because she's running from her clan, whereas you're forcibly ousted from your clan. How does that drive your character story?
I think Fjall, to me, he was at a loss, you know. He didn't really kind of fit in, or he didn't really see the point in life in general. Didn't see any beauty in it at all. He's carrying a big wound, obviously, because he blames himself for the death of his brother. And I think it's until he meets Éile, she shows him a different way of living, because they're both warriors, and he just can't even fathom not, you know, having blood and guts on him every day, you know, and yet Éile kind of explains there's a new way to live, you know. It doesn't all, like, there's joy to life, and she opens him up in ways that he didn't think he could be opened up.
Amazing. And your first scene together I really enjoyed, and I was wondering if that was the first scene you filmed, because it's a proper grapple and a fight in this cage.
Yeah.
No, I think that first scene was maybe...
That was halfway through the shoot,
months in.
Yeah.
So it was. I think actually that might have been for me the most challenging scene, because we had to make it feel like it was the first scene, like it was, but we'd had so much.
Yeah, we were
that.
We were working together for months before that. Yeah, and I think with that as well, that was my audition scene, right? So I'd said them lines about 1,500 million times. So when we got to set, it was hard to kind of get out of the rhythm where I thought it was going to go. But,
and let go of that moment, because that was what was the beginning.
Yeah, totally, you know, and it was like, I had it in my brain, I was like, oh my God, this is the scene that we done at the very beginning, and you know, how are we going to make it work now? It was like, but we got it done, I think, Sophia just kind of had to throw a few digs, and I was back in the moment there and then,
I like the idea that you've become friends and then you had to hate each other in this first scene.
I know, it was, because we were playing, you know, up until then we'd been playing like different tension. And so at that point it was just pure disdain and hate, and I think at that point our relationship was so much more complex than that, so it was a bit like, how do we just resort it to
to violence.
Yeah.
We got there in the end.
But it worked. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me today.
No worries.
Thank you. Great show, and good luck with the rest of the series.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much.
See you later. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey You Guys!